Are we live? Yes, we are. Our friends of mana, or I should say, our keepers of mana. Hello and welcome to our Instagram live. I'm very super excited to see you joining us today, whether you're watching live with us or the recording. So thank you for always checking our library here on Instagram and listening and watching our broadcast. I really hope that they give you amazing tips and great information on how to live and work better in your life. So today we'll be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is sleep and how it affects productivity. By the way, we created a poll about it on Twitter and on LinkedIn, so let us know your thoughts by casting your vote there. You can find us at Mana Hours on Twitter and at mana.ai on LinkedIn. And don't forget to follow us there to stay updated. Now, before we start, let us know where you're watching from. So you can type in the comment box, just share your name, what you do, where you're watching from. And while we wait for more people to join us, I will introduce myself. You probably know me by now, but in case this is your first time, welcome. My name is Sabrina Cadini. I'm a holistic life coach helping busy professionals live and work better thanks to customized lifestyle interventions. And I'm also one of the coaches here at Mana helping our users take control of the most valuable resource we have in the world, which is time. Yay! Are you a Mana user? If not, you should try it. Our time tracking app uses machine learning technology to predict future behavior and integrations with a variety of applications to drive peak performance in people, teams, and companies. Elisabetta, ciao Betty, come stai? Very nice to see you. Mana allows you to automatically track how you spend all of your time, and it helps you spend it better, create goals, see their progress, and stay motivated along the way together with one-on-one coaching. The app also encourages self-awareness with reflection and journaling so that you can learn how to maximize your performance and avoid burnout. We are offering so much with this app, so I would really love for you to check it out. You can just go to mana.ai, download the app, then schedule a session with our coaches to know more and start taking advantage of the wonderful features to spend your time on what matters most. All right, so let's dive right into our topic for today. I asked our watchers to tell us where they're watching from. I guess Elisabetta, you are now in Italy, right? Elisabetta is one of my dear friends from Italy, and she travels the world all the time, but I'm glad that she's here watching the live broadcast with all of us. So I'm sure you relate to this. You're not getting enough sleep because you're working too much, and you're not working efficiently because you're not getting enough sleep, right? That's the reality in our modern world. I was on Twitter earlier and I found a tweet that was saying something like, poor sleep, not enough, less productivity, and that would generate more anxiety, and that would generate less sleep, right? I am sure you cannot relate to that, right? You always work more, you rest less, you're more anxious, you're more stressed out, and you sleep less, right? And this is how our bodies are designed pretty much. If you don't sleep, you have to deal with the consequences, right? And I know what you think. Sacrificing sleep sounds like a good quick fix in order to finish work, watch TV, or engage on social media. And also increased connectivity has made it easier to work from anywhere, not only at the office. And this blurs the line even more between being at work and being at home, allowing us to work less, to work more, of course, and rest less. So we basically use precious nighttime hours for daytime activities, but we are diurnal animals, right? And this negatively impacts our physical and mental health. Why? Well, because sleep is a basic necessity in our life. We can't live without it. It's like a reset button that we must include in our busy schedules every single day, or maybe I should say every single night, right? So this is when nearly every system in the body is affected by multiple biological processes. We have cell creation and repair, we have memory consolidation, we have the regulation of different hormones, the immune system strengthens, and more. There are so many different things going on during sleep. I would love to spend some time to tell you all about it, but I don't want to stay here for a couple of hours. Maybe I will do another broadcast if you're interested, so let us know in the comment box. Most importantly, and this is where I get very excited, sleep impacts our brain function. It's very helpful for our brain plasticity. You heard about this many times in our broadcasts. This is the brain's ability to rewire based on different experiences and what we do. And it promotes the removal of waste products from brain cells. So this is very important for our health. So the sleep habits, we can easily say, of our society have dramatically changed over time, but the way our bodies work have not. We're still the same, right? So we need to support them with sleep if we want to reach our full potential. I mentioned the lack of sleep negatively affects our health and well-being, and there's so much to talk about it, as I said, but today we'll be concentrating on the impact of sleep on productivity, as it is directly linked to a lack of cognitive function. You're slower to respond, you have a harder time to make decisions, and you're more prone to make mistakes. And this can also lead to accidents or injuries in life and at work. Let's talk about numbers a little bit, just to give you an idea. This here should move. Almost 50% of Americans say they feel sleepy during the day between 3 and 7 days per week. 32.6% of working adults in the US reported sleeping 6 or even fewer hours per night between 2017 and 2018, up from 28.4% between 2008 and 2009. Think about it, it's about 4% in only 10 years. This is crazy, right? And also, sleep deprivation results in a significant number of working days being lost each year. Just to give you an idea, the US loses an equivalent of around 1.2 million working days annually due to insufficient sleep. These are numbers that I gather all the time from the Sleep Foundation, and these were the most recent ones from a couple of years ago. So what does the science tell us? Well, something very simple. We have to listen to our bodies and follow their natural rhythms. We have to sleep more and better. We have to prioritize sleep in order to be healthier and also get better results. Now, if you're able to give your body that much needed rest consistently, you can benefit from the following. You probably know that, but a little refresher never hurts, right? Especially if you're working, and you think that sleep is like an optional thing to do. So number one, energy. While you sleep, your body resets different physical functions to align with your internal clock or circadian rhythm. We'll talk about that in a few minutes. And you'll be ready to get started on your to-dos when you get up in the morning, and you'll be able to keep the energy high all day. Number two is focus. You can stay focused on your tasks for longer times, and if you get interrupted while working, you will be able to go back to what you were doing quickly if you're rested. And most of all, you'll finish that project in less time. Also, you make fewer mistakes because the centers of the brain that control speed and accuracy are more active when you get good sleep. So this means enhanced productivity and performance. Yay! Number three, decision making. A good night's sleep helps your brain stay sharp with your neurons highly functioning, firing and function seamlessly. You can connect ideas, come up with creative solutions quickly, and reach your goals faster and better. Number four is positivity. We need that, right? Sleep gives you a positive outlook on everything you do or experience. And this will make you less likely to procrastinate. And you know what happens when you procrastinate? You have to stay up late because you haven't finished your to-dos. And you'll be more motivated and happier. Number five is memory. Big one. While you sleep, your brain retains all the information you processed while awake and consolidates them into memories. Then it stabilizes those memories turning them into long-term memories. And all this happens during different stages in our sleep. Last but not least, presence. If you don't get enough sleep, you feel awful, you feel tired, you're not really there. Has it ever happened to you? I'm sure you experienced that, right? Instead, you want to be fully present in everything you do and enjoy those precious moments of your life. Now, a lot of people ask, what is the best amount of hours to sleep? And there's no right or wrong answer here because we are all different. And the recommended amount of sleep depends on our age, our physical activity, and also on our genetics. Most adults 18 and older require 7 to 9 hours of sleep in order to feel well rested each morning. But there are some people who say, with 6 hours, I'm more than good, I'm more than fine. It might be true. It really depends on what they want to achieve, but it really depends. We are all different, and so our genes and our life during the day happens in different ways. So it really depends on what you really need. Now, our circadian rhythm and our chronotype also influence how much or how long we sleep. And let's see how. If you're not familiar with these two concepts, I will give you a quick set of information here. So the circadian rhythm includes a set of processes that occur approximately in 24-hour cycles, and they coordinate our mental and physical systems. Our circadian rhythm aligns our sleep and wakefulness with day and night, and it's influenced by light and dark. And it's mainly regulated, explained in a very simple way, by chemicals in the body, including melatonin that kicks in towards the evening hours, and cortisol, which gives us the energy in the morning, and these fluctuate throughout the day. So you have like curves of melatonin rising toward the evening and then falling down in the morning, early morning hours, while cortisol kicks in the morning and then slowly falls down towards the afternoon and evening. Our chronotype is related to our own specific sleep and wake patterns. And as I said before, we're all different. Some of us are full of energy in the morning and start the day immediately. That's the case of my husband. And others function better later in the day. That's me. But I can be up all night if I don't put limitations, because that's exactly the time when I'm most creative, usually. As a result, everyone's daily schedules work differently because our bodies and our brains function differently. So instead of being influenced by light and dark, our circadian rhythm, our chronotype is more dependent on our genes, and this can help you understand better when you should go to sleep and wake up. I'm all about genetics because, again, one size fits all solutions don't always work for everyone because each of us is different, so we should do what is really working for us. Now, you probably heard of the two main types, like the early bird and the night owl, right? But there are more types. We have the bear, we have the wolf, we have the dolphin, we have the lion. And they all have a distinct daily schedule and windows of productivity. And if you'd like to discover which type you are, you can go to chronoquiz.com. It's spelled CHRONOQUIZ.com. And you will find this awesome, fun quiz by Dr. Michael Bruce, also called the Sleep Doctor. He basically created these profiles based on his experience with his clients, and he can tell you a little bit more about who you are and how you should sleep. Now, the best recommendations. We are now to tips on how to improve your sleep, right? Now we got it. Sleep is needed. We need to sleep more and better, so it's not only the quantity but also the quality of sleep in order to improve our productivity and enhance our performance. But how to do it? How can I make it better? Because I only sleep 4 hours a night. That's what a lot of my clients tell me. And I'm like, well, we need to change that, right? So the best recommendation to improve your sleep and its quality is to have a solid sleep hygiene. But first of all, I would say before talking about the tips to improve your sleep quality, is that you have to change your mindset about sleep. So don't treat it as a reward because you accomplished your goals yesterday and you can rest at the end of the day. Or maybe think that it's wasted time because you have more important things to do. Or maybe it's time that you are taken away from your work. Or even worse, you think that this is time for losers. None of that is true. Sleep is time for winners and high achievers. So instead of thinking that you're wasting time in your bed, and you probably are thinking about that because we sleep for about 1/3 of our lives. It's a lot of hours, right? But it's needed. And so if you think of sleep as a precious investment for your lifespan, for your health span, and for your success, you will start thinking about sleep as a great ally in your life, right? So think about the amazing things that happen when you sleep that will help you think more clearly, have more energy, and make better decisions the next day. Then you will change your mindset and you'll say, well, yes, I need to incorporate more sleep in my daily routine. So the best thing to do is put it in your calendar. So this becomes your non-negotiable. You know that between 10 a.m. and 6 a.m. or 11 p.m., 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. or 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. I mean, wherever, you fall, going back to the chronotype, make it a consistent thing for your daily life. Now, some additional tips just to start. I mean, there are a gazillion tips that we can talk about how to improve sleep. But these are my basic and most important tips, I would say. Number one, keep a consistent sleep and wake schedule. People who go to bed and wake up at the same times every day, yes, even on the weekends, I know it sucks, but that's how you can optimize your sleep routine, are more rested and more productive. Tip number two, ensure you have adequate exposure to daylight during the day. Yes, what you do in the day impacts how you sleep in the night. A lot of people don't realize that. They think that sleep is a thing that is completely separate from what they do in the night. But as I said before, we have this circadian rhythm that keeps everything connected in our bodies 24 hours a day. So what we do in the day really affects what we do in the night. And it's all about how we are designed as human beings. Again, our body loves to keep everything working seamlessly in balance. It's like the yin and yang, right? And establishing a good balance between your wake and sleep cycles is critical for your health and productivity. Basically, if you've had a good night's sleep, you can use your day, approximately 16 hours, in a productive way, which in turn prepares you for a high quality sleep in the night. I hope that makes sense. Number three, avoid screens before bed. This means no phones, no tablets, no TVs, no computers, etc. I know you will hate me, but this is what you should do in order to be more ready and prepared for sleep. And this should be done about 1 hour before you go to sleep. This is for two reasons. One, you don't want blue light to disrupt your circadian rhythm. We go back to that rhythm in our bodies and stop production of melatonin. And you don't want to get too excited or stressed out by news or anything that you read about on your mobile device or your computer, wherever you're, checking social media and so on. And tip number four, create the perfect environment in your bedroom by paying attention to these three factors: light, noise, and temperature. A lot of people don't pay attention to that. So keep your bedroom dark, close the windows to keep traffic noise outside, and make sure it's not too hot in the bedroom, since our body needs to lower the temperature in order to fall asleep. Now I have something to share about the workplace. If you are part of a team or you own your company and you have employees, the importance of sleep is something that you can't ignore. Without sleep, your employees will be less able to concentrate, less able to take action, to collaborate, and to engage with colleagues and clients. I mean, they're working for you, but they're human beings and they have a life outside work. So it's important that they have the time to rest appropriately. Otherwise, they will take longer to finish their tasks and projects because of impaired critical thinking, problem solving, and creative vision skills. And you know, sleep deprivation costs companies a lot of money in lost productivity. Only in the US, it's about $60 billion. It's a lot of money. So one easy and critical solution would be to recognize the importance of sleep and communicate it among your teams and employees, allowing them to create that balance to improve their wellness and productivity. So flexible work hours would be amazing, but also make sure that they can maintain healthy sleep habits by promoting a healthy sleep culture. And you could also run sleep workshops, educating them about the benefits of sleep in their productivity. Some of my clients ran fun sleep challenges with their teams to make it fun and then measure the results after a month. Now, Mana can be very helpful to ensure your team or employees are taking care of themselves, including sleeping enough and well. And thanks to our reports tool, if you didn't know about that yet, they can send you a summary of their activity at work, but also in their personal life if they would like. And this creates opportunities for the entire team to improve their work schedules and project assignments. So we'll give you a quick tour of how this works in the app, and I will show you how you can easily create and submit and receive a report. So I will switch my camera and I will show you everything. Okay, so in the app, you can go to the reflect screen, and this is where you basically see everything that happens in a given day or week or month or even quarterly or even in a year. And what you want to do, if you have to submit a report, you will just click on Mari, our spirit of time, and you will select create report from the list. Now the app will ask you for which week you want to submit the report. So let's pretend it's from last week, October 31st. And here you will select the manager or team member that you want to send the report to. Let's click on one, which is part of my team. And then you click on next. And here you have basically the same reflection screen, but you can check or uncheck the activities or elements that you want to share with your manager or with your team. For instance, if you don't think they're interested in your goals, you can uncheck the category. If you don't think they need to see your meals, you can just uncheck that part of the report and everything else. So you go down the elements and you make sure that you select the ones that you want to share with your manager or your team. Once this is done, you will click next. And here you will have the opportunity to leave a comment and assign an emoji. Was it a great week? Was it an okay week? It could have been better. It was not so good, or it was a very bad week. See, so you have the option to choose how you felt about that week, and then you will just leave some notes. I will just write this letter just to highlight the preview report. So this will be your next step. And here you will be able to see what you are going to send to your manager or your team members. If everything looks good, you will just click on submit report. Very, very easy. And if you are a manager, so let me go back here. If you are a manager, sorry, on the iPad, it goes a little, it dances a little, see? It goes up and down. So if you are receiving reports, you will be able to see them in the team, under the team screen. So basically here you will have a list of all the reports that are coming to you. Okay. So I think that little tour explained a little bit about our reports tool, which is one of our newest features, but it's very, very useful if you are using the app for your company. And I really hope you will want to give it a try. So let us know if you want to schedule a call for a demo, and we'll be happy to take you through all the features of the app. Let me know if you have any questions for me regarding today's topic, the impact of sleep on productivity, or about our app Mana. I'm here to help. Of course, you have me live, or if you're watching the recording, you can also type your comments and questions in the comment box, and we'll be able to answer you. So I'll wait for a few more seconds while you type your questions in the comment box. And in the meantime, I would like to remind you to do the poll that we have for you on Twitter and on LinkedIn. And we're very curious to know, how do you prioritize sleep? And we have like 4 options that you can select and cast your vote. So make sure you do that before the end of the week. You can find the poll at Mana Hours on Twitter and at mana.ai on LinkedIn, and make sure you follow us there to stay updated with all of our new features. And if you would like to know more about the app, again, go to mana.ai, download the app, and then schedule a session with our coaches to know more. We are at the end of our session. Well, it was a very, very long broadcast because, as you know, I love sleep, everything about it. And I will see you back in 2 weeks with another great topic that I'm sure you will love. We'll be talking about self-care routines for the holidays. So stay tuned. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you very soon. Bye, guys.